What is this that we're getting up to right now? This is a deck that I actually just saw on an MTG top 8 deck drop. Actually, let me see if I can grab that pilot's name for y'all, because it's a really cool one. Let me see if I can locate it. If I'm not mistaken, this was from the Singapore event. No, it must have been from the Arizona event. It was from the Netherlands event. The pilot's name is, Mark van der Wal. Mark van der Wal? This guy, Mark van der Wal. And this is their birds deck from the Damnation Community Cup. 24-person event, they top 8'd. That's very, very cool. How good is this deck going to be? Well, we got to talk about what the deck does first, I suppose, huh? This is a birds deck. We're going to go through each of the birds because we have not touched on birds yet. I suspect the best bird in the deck is going to be Battle Screech, which is a card that we can get with Quiet Speculation, which is the second thing we'll talk about. First, we'll go through the actual bird bodies, which are starting with Skyshroud Falcon. What is this? It's a 1/1 with flying and vigilance. It's not very good. Next one is Soulcatcher. This is actually a reasonable bird. Whenever a creature with flying dies, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. It's a 1/1, so it can grow. We're also playing Seaside Haven, which says sacrifice a bird to draw a card. What's interesting about that is we also have Welkin Hawk, which says when it dies, you can search your library for another one, put it into your hand and shuffle. So that's a little soft value combo we have there with those cards. Suntail Hawk's just a 1-mana 1/1 with flying. It's a flying man in white. We finally don't have flying man in this format. And then here's the big payoff, Keeper of the Nine Gales. Tap 2 untap birds, return target permanent to its owner's hand. It's like a trade wind rider, but for birds. Because we have a trade wind rider for birds, we have oppositions. It's another line our deck can take. And then we have Shared Triumph, which can make all birds 2/2s. As far as things that the deck isn't doing that are bird-centric, we've got Swords to Plowshares is the best removal. Then we get a little quiet spec package, including 1 Prismatic Strands, 1 Deep Analysis, and birds. Battle Screeches. The sideboard's full of more birds. Wing Shard has the art of a bird on it. That's why I'm assuming they included the card in this deck. More Prismatic Strands for flashback. Sealed, Disenchants, Cop Red, Absolute Law, Chill, Tormod, Crypt. This is the deck. Is it good? Who knows? Am I going to go 0-5? Probably. Are you going to watch the whole thing? If you're a real fan, you will. Oh, we didn't win the die roll. All right, we did not win the die roll, but let's look at this opening hand anyway. How good is it to have a 1/1 with flying into a 1/1 with flying with a piece of removal and a Battle Screech? The answer is who knows. I'm keeping. I have no clue what a good hand entails in this deck, so we're just going to ball. And when they lead on Goblin Lackey, we'll be super stoked to block it with Suntail Hawk, I guess. No clue what Neo Altoid plays, but probably Goblin Lackey. Oh, it's a Windswept Teeth. Okay, so no Mog Fanatics, no Lackeys. Untap, draw. Another Swords, we'll see if that's good in this matchup. Here's my Hawk, here's my pass. We really want to develop some more mana sources, because if we can get this Battle Screech going, then maybe we can just get him in the sky. Another Windswept Teeth tells me that this might be Enchantress if they're not doing anything, which means these swords I may as well put over here because they're dead. Another Plains, attack for 1, and then a Hawk. Birds. Get it? It's a game about birds. Fetch. This straight up looks like a pre-modern Q hand. It kind of does, yeah. Green. Tranquil Thicket. Is this... Bro, are you playing Threshold? Secluded Step. Bro, cut it out. Are you playing Threshold? Stop. Gemstone Mine. Am I dead? No, not at all. Okay, you've got to call the hurt. That's fine. You did it. Blue source off the top because I'm goated. I don't know if it's like that for you guys, but it's like that for me. Here's an island. Here's a combat for 2. Hiya. And next turn, we're certainly just shitting opposition all over the place. Pass. Attackers, we're not going to take out this first elephant. We're much more concerned with Terravores. And also, if I'm in a Swords, I'd rather Swords the elephant that costs 3 because I'm a goblin for mana exchanges, for positive mana exchanges. That Nimble Mongoose kind of makes me wish I had used that Swords. But do we use it now? Yeah, we kind of have to. I was hoping they play a Terravore or something. They're playing Threshold here, it looks like. On tap, draw another blue source because I'm goated like that. Oh, couldn't do it twice. Sorry, guys. Cast Battle Screech. Cast Battle Screech. Go to combat, attack for 1. Yield through turn. And now we draw Shared Triumph and win the game, or we draw an island and win the game. 1, 2, 3. Terravore, there he is, but we got another sword, so it's okay. Attacking's dumb and bad. All right, off the top, 1 blue source, please. Am I good like that? I'm not good like that, but that's another Battle Screech. We'll take that. Combat, now we'll cast Screech. Screech, Screech, combat, full send. Take that many. Let's see, they're at 12. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. Swordsing, I think I have to. That Terravore is just kind of big. Damn, this deck looks fun as hell. I think it might actually, so is it a good deck? I do not have the balls to tell you with conviction that this is a good deck. What I do have is the balls to say, I think this deck is playable enough that you can actually slam some events with it. Cataclysm, fuck you. How's that sound? All right, we will keep this flying bird and this plains. Done. Goodbye, everybody. All right, I get another Hawk. How fun does it look now? Fuck you, the baddest. All right, and then Fuck you. Get out of here. Now you can go to hell with me. By the way, not fuck opponent. Opponent's dope. That was a really sick play. I'm just salty. Sorry, Neo Altoid. This is my slander is not a reflection of how I feel about you. It's a reflection of how I feel about that Cataclysm and how good it was against me. Here's a Hawk. Go. Maybe we should have thought about that and held back some held one of the flashback cards in the graveyard. Oh, but they're not doing anything. Okay. Draw lands. Cool. Combat. Full send. So I guess if we draw a land, we're on the opposition plan, and if we draw a spell, we can cast it. The worst draw is Battle Screech number 3. They don't do anything again, which is really cool. All right, I willed that into existence, huh? Go to combat, attack, go. All right, now the worst draw is Battle Screech number 4, which we're clearly about to draw. However, opponent's not doing anything, so that's cool. Untap, Battle Screech 4 in the hand. Ooh, planes. Yeah, we're screeching, I think, so we'll attack for 1. They would need like a diamond to Cataclysm us again, and I'm just not playing around it. You can't make me. Battle Screech. Did we just beat Cataclysm? Ooh, that's a good play. All right, you get that. I gain some life. I get 2 dudes. And then I guess next turn we just jam opposition. Yield 3. You've got a Mongoose. All right, set a stop in your upkeep. Do I hold this plains? I think I might. Opposition. Swords the second one. Oh, I guess I should have screeched beforehand. That's what I get, huh? All right, here's my opposition. Combat, you may go. Yeah, that was a punish. I should have flashback Battle Screech immediately. That would have been much better. End step. All right, opposition, this, tap. You got to naturalize? No? Cool. Yield through turn. We got some time at least. But we were quite punished by not flashing back the Battle Screech immediately. We've got a lot of bodies we can just draw into. We don't. Flooded Strand. So we're going to do the same thing and just keep our opponent tapped down until we draw something. All right, same deal. Opposition. We'll use our life total as a resource for a few turns here. I think we're fetching as well. I just don't want to draw, I want 1 less land in my deck pretty bad. Does it change the clock meaningfully? Let's see here. I'm at 13, which is a 5. Yes, it actually does change the clock. We won't fetch. I take it all back. Draw land. Ooh, STP doesn't help us. Pass. Tap here. Tap here. That Mongoose is in the way. Ooh, tree top. So now I really need to draw body, but that was always the case. Body? Keeper of the 9 Gales. That is cracked. Keeper of the 9 Gales. Battle Screech. Wait, are you not a bird? Wait, no, I can cast this, right? Oh, it's 3 white creatures. No, I can't do this. So we wait. For now, we just tap out their mana again. What's up, fam? Hope everyone's having a nice day. You too, shirt. See you in a couple days, buddy. Next turn. So we do the thing. Opposition that, tap. Opposition that, tap. Got a swords, you fucker. Of course you do. Well, that doesn't change the clock either. That sucks. Opposition you. Yield through turn. That keeper almost would have just won us the game if we untap with it, I think. No land for you, opponent. Mox Diamond. What have you been holding? Oh, Rishit Import. Art off the top deck. Yes. Soulcatcher. Battle Screech. Go. We still need to deal with this Mongoose somehow. Tap White Source. Tap Diamond. Attack ease. Declare blocks. I can't. Damage. All right, heater off the top, please. Come on. Damn. Well, we're not playing lands. Are we blocking now? I think we are. We're just going to pass. We're going to try to grow this Soulcatcher a little bit. Can I start attacking? No, we just lose that race every time. Go. We'll start sacking the 1/1 tokens, I guess. So opposition here, tap here. Opposition here, tap here. Are we going to chump? I think we're going to chump. I don't think we're going to try to triple block. Opposition here, tap here. Opposition here, tap here. Go. They attack, declare blocks, block with a 1/1, grow the Soulcatcher. Cool. End step, draw a heater. I guess we're going to play another land out. Pass the turn. Same deal, but we'll leave them with an untapped green source. Opposition here, tap here, and that one, and that one. Continue. Ooh, Wasteland. Doesn't do shit. Attackers, go to blockers, block it. Thank you, Soulcatcher, get bigger. End step, my turn, heater off the top. How many lands does this deck actually play? 23? Okay. Well, if we're going to draw lands, can we at least, I guess I have a Wasteland now. I guess I'll try to get them to crack their Wasteland. Do nothing. Pass. I also wish one of these lands was a Calderon Outpost. Tap here, tap here, tap here, tap here, and then try to get this stupid thing bigger than a Nimble Mongoose. Call the herd. Yeah, you got it. Tranquil for sure. Attackers. All right, go to blocks. Block here. Soulcatcher's a 4/4. How many swords have they used? 3? Okay. End step. Swords. Elephant token. My turn. Shared Triumph. Wow. Thanks for showing up now. Holy shit. Shared Triumph named Bird. Go. All right, I guess we need like deep analysis off the top or something to try to stabilize from this spot. Tap here. Tap nowhere. I can't stop them from casting their spells anymore. Weather Wayfarer is fine. Another Wayfarer is unfortunately fine. Call of the Herd is unfortunately fine. End step, let's opposition here, opposition here. These oppositions don't matter, I just simply can. Make a bird, and I must just hold tight. They're gonna go rip some lands off those Wayfarers. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're like not at lethal, but we're not entirely far off either. Like if we can find a quiet spec and get our last Battle Screech, we might be like moving towards something. Anything other than that feels like not enough against this board. Diamond, yeah. Not entirely sure what that achieves, but you have one. It tells me you're uninterested in Cataclysm. Call of the Herd happens, and your Brush Hopper happens. No attacks. My turn. Untap. Draw a Heater. Okay, yeah, we can't win from here. How many lands did we just draw? Like, how many lands did we actually see that game? It seems insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. To 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spells. Holy shit. Basically all of them. Okay, what's good here? Tormod Crypt should be good against Threshold. Wing Shards, I think, is secretly really good too. Strands, so-so. Like, don't get me wrong, like naming green's probably fine. Cop, no. Disenchants, maybe a Seal of Cleansing for like Diamond, Sylvan Library, things like that. Maybe 3 Wing Shards is too many Wing Shards. Maybe that's more of a Goblins card. What's not good? I don't think we can bring in this many cards, if I'm being honest. Yeah, this Prismatic Strands isn't happening. Maybe just 4. We can take out like our worst birds. So what are our worst birds? Flying, Vigilance. Yeah, we'll take out one of these. One of our Battle Screeches, pretty bad into Cataclysm. One of our, we can't cut too many birds. That's gonna be a trap for sure. One of our, fuck the Seal of Cleansing, go up a card because we have too many lands. Bet. Submit. Sorry, floor file. The deck lists are from a previous stream. All right, I'll be on the play. This hand contains Bird, Shared Triumph, Soul Keep. We're just gonna walk right into Cataclysm again, I guess. Plains, tap, Bird, go. You've got a Diamond. Are we playing Wayfarer? What's our plan here? Oath, Nimble. Okay, on tap, draw. Land, attack for 1. Beep, beep. Set up Soulcatcher. Yield through turn. They don't STP, so they might not have it. Is this a Call of the Herd? What do we see here? I'm taking 1 for sure. Terravor? Okay, so Tormod Crypt off the top. Welkin Hawk. Let's go Shared Triumph. I believe they're trying to set up Cataclysm, but this Soulcatcher should make that hurt a little bit less. Attack, attack, damage, go. My clock is just faster than theirs, and if they Cataclysm, we can really blow them out. Cycling Tranquil Thicket's fine. I suppose I could have Swords the Terravor first, but as of right now, my clock's just faster. Okay, so now they want to, I guess I should have Swords the Terravor before my thing went to the graveyard. Seal of Cleansing? Okay, yeah, we'll Swords the Vor now. Yield through, and our plan's just to slam down another Shared Triumph and hope their hand is kind of soft. Oh, Shared Triumph. I could have used you last turn, Tormod Crypt. Bird. Combat. Attack. So they let that happen. Crypt. Go. Are they gonna like Parallax Wave us? I'm actually kind of terrified of that. Swords to Plowshares, I can't stop you. Combat. For 1, it is not time to Crypt yet. I'll just leave that in play for a little bit. Rith's Grove, so they have 1 Mystery in hand and a Plains. Draw for turn. Combat. 3. All right, they blow up one of our things. That's fine. Take 2. I will hold nothing. Land, tap for 2. Welkin Hawk, go. Plains, 2 mystery cards in hand. They cannot attack. I may untap and draw. Ooh, another bird. Go to combat. It's going to have to be another bird, chat. 4. Damage. 7. Cataclysm-y, bro. I'm not playing my birds. Go. White. Weathered Wayfarer. Sure. Attackers. You can't. My turn. My turn. On tap, share, discuss. Oh, opposition. Okay, can't cast that. Combat. Full send. Down to 1. Go. Is that it? Are we done here? All right, game 3. We got a game 3. Nice. All right, birds. What else? Nothing? I'm fine with the sideboard plan. Yeah, I think I'm fine with the sideboard plan. Submit. All right, this hand has 2 Suntail Hawks and a Deep Analysis. Whatever. 2 power in the air. Draw a Shared Triumph. Get the job done. Land. Nimble. Pass. Yeah, we knew that was happening. Take a draw. Cool. Definitely needed the other planes. Go. Treetop. Attack? I think I block. Okay, no, they're not attacking. My turn. On tap. Draw. Swords. Combat. Quote of arms too slow? I'd say so, yeah. By the time it comes into play, you've got like one bird left, right? Tap, Hawk, Plains, go. Mox Diamond for sure. For sure. 1, 2, 3. And you're in Brush Hopper? Well, I kind of do want you to discard the rest of your hand. Okay, I'll bite. Swords? In paper, we probably play Crusade, though. No. Why would we bother? Shared Discovery is just better in this. Shared Triumph's better in this deck. All right, they pitched 2. Great. No, we just play birds. Like, Crusade's a downgrade. Combat. And it doesn't pump the Keeper of the 9 Gales. Go. Also, no Meddling Mage in the sideboard is actually crazy. I will say that. All right, we're going to start to take some clock, but hopefully this deep analysis finds us some gas. I don't agree with saving the Brush Hopper by pitching Cataclysm and Pyroclasm. All right, their clock is faster than ours, that's for sure. My turn. On tap, draw. Wow, that is so many lands. Deep analysis. Ooh, Keeper and Shared Triumph. There's a chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll have to play both and pop off some blocks, I think. But we're getting in for 2 this turn. Oh, yeah. Steve Star, exactly, yeah. It's actually not the same card. It's actually better in this deck because it pumps Keeper. Crusade does not. But yeah, it's just a better card for better mana. But in 90% of all cases, it's actually identical for sure. All right, we're going to take a beep here. Land, pass. We draw. Man, every land in our deck, huh? 1, 2, Shared Triumph on bird. Keeper, go. Now I've got to like kill the Nimble Mongoose and double block the Treetop Village and hope we draw like Battle Screech. And hope we don't get like Cataclysmed or whatever. Swords? Okay, this buys us a turn actually. They fetch, now we gang up on the Treetop Village and hope to draw Battle Screech still. Yeah, I like that line. All right, go to blocks. 1, 2. On tap, draw. That's a Soulcatcher. I think we have to draw 3 here. Or draw 2. This is gonna hurt. Ouch. Another Shared Triumph and 2 Soulcatchers. Soulcatcher. Do I attack? No, I'm better off blocking and growing the Soulcatchers. Go ahead. I'm up 2 opponent. Kill me. Opposition, best top deck ever. 1, 2, 3. Another Annured Brush Hopper for sure. Combat, you can't. End step, another Shared Triumph. All right, we're gonna play. I think we have to play all the way into Cataclysm. It sucks, but it is what it is. Shared Triumph on bird. 1, 2, Hawk. And we simply must start attacking, I think. Yeah, we can't sit here and do nothing. We've got 3 blockers. Swords gains us enough life to outlast this, right? Because we just take 3, gain 3, block. Yeah, I think we have to start taking these attacks. There's a deck that went second in the Netherlands tournament with Hammer of Bogarden. Yeah, I saw that it was called Hammer Time. They called the deck what I called the deck. I was really happy with it. That warmed my little heart. Next turn, they're dead. So this puts them on having to have it right now. Combat, they attack with all of the things. We go to blocks. We're going to block here. All right, I think they're going to lose the game now. Soulcatchers go crazy. What is this, 5, 6, 7, 8? I guess they're not just going to lose. We can't attack anymore. They just put it back into a lockstep state for the game. Battle Screech off the top. Plains, now we have to sit here and wait. Yeah, we just have to sit here and wait. Combat, you go. 1, 2, 3. That is not good. This is bad. We need gas now. End step off the top. Deck, don't fail us. Ever. Never fail. Keeper. Well, yes. That technically will save us, I think. What are you? A 3/4? Yeah, this saves us. Combat. You go. They don't have enough cards to pitch to Brush Hoppers either, so we can try to wind up with a really good board state. Green. If they just play a creature and pass, we kill them in the air. Declare attackers. They full send, which is I think what they have to do, but go to blocks. Soulcatcher here. These are both 3/4s, and we got a 3/4 here. So we'll go Welkin Hawk here, Keeper here. Those are my blocks. Damage. We get to trigger these things. I will get another Welkin Hawk. 1, 2. Sylvan for sure. That actually might be bad for us. What do we got here? 6, 7, 8, 9. Are you legendary or not? Yeah, we play Welkin Hawk. We play Keeper, and then I think we attack so they can't take cards off library. They concede. We get there. Holy shit. What a grinder. All right, get back in there with this wild birds deck. You could have returned library also. I could have, but I had to wait till I could declare blocks first. All right, Rainbow's the opponent, round 2, and we're on the draw. Birds? Oh, just 2 Suntail Hawks and 2 oppositions. I think we can actually do better than this. This is already a mulligan to 5, so yeah, we'll mulligan to 6. Mulligan. This hand has 2 drops and a 3-drop and a pitch plains. Yeah, please don't Dreadnought me, bro. Easy matchups only, please. Opponent mulligan to 5 on the play. I don't hate that for us. Do I have a playlist? There you go. A Windswept Heath. What's on 1? Mother, please. Forest, birds. Mary's Guile, Enchantress. I think we stone cold can't win this matchup, but we're going to fight anyway. Yield through turn. Drawing a 1-drop is good for us. I guess they're in a mull to 5, so if they can't find an anchor, maybe we can like tempo them. We'll see. I've already won a round, which is more than I was expecting to do with some birds, so you're welcome, YouTube. Argothian, they always have it. Another Suntail, let's go land, combat, attack for 1, damage, hawk, go. We don't have Cleansing Meditation in the sideboard, but I think the deck should absolutely have it. Yeah, I was not playing back in Legions, but I assume that Keeper of the Nine Gals must have been good at some point, right? Yep, you're doing your thing, opponent. Enchantress is so cool. You're so fun. All right, that was just salty. I don't need to be salty. Enjoy your Enchantress decks, Enchantress gamers. No Seal of Cleansing, I see. Untap, draw. So do we Keeper? I think we needed to force them. They probably have a Swords. I want them to use it on not my Keeper. So what I'll do is I'll play a land, tap for 2, and play Shared Triumph. I'm going to name Bird. I know this isn't really what we're trying to do. We want to get Keeper into play, but I think I might be able to trick them into using Swords on a bird. That said, if they Parallax Tide us, we're just dead, right? Or Parallax Wave us. All right, we got them to do the thing we were hoping they'd do. Do you have another one? Nope. Damage, tap, hawk, go. Opponent, go crazy, cast everything. Luckily, they're bottlenecked on green, but not anymore. Now they have green. They can actually cast Wave right now. It's just a presence. You can use that floating weight to Swords? No. All right, on tap, draw, Soulcatcher, sure. Combat, full send, fetch for blue, Keeper, go. The funny thing about Keeper is it can be used to return lands, including that Sarah's Sanctum. However, I think the clock is better than the tempo play at this point. If they were playing an anchorless game and I could stop them from developing mana, we'd be cooking. But if they play, we're going to concede to a wave here. We're just going to pick our cards up and move along. Nothing to see here. Parallax Wave, show it to me. Oh, Sterling Grove, okay. Well, we'll chill for 1 more minute. Crack the Grove, what are we going to get? Parallax Wave for sure. Do you have a Sarah's Sanctum in hand? That might be it. Meddling Mage is also a card I think should be in this deck. I get that it's not a bird, but it's so good. The card's just so good. Exploration, Sarah's Sanctum, have everything. Game's easy. There it is. All right, concede. Opponent had it all, even on a mulligan to 5, because Argothian Enchantress is quite a good card. It does the thing you need it to. Okay, in this matchup, I think that Seal of Cleansing and Disenchants are going to be good. We unfortunately have no mass enchantment removal. Cleansing Meditation would be really good in this deck. This deck should contain Cleansing Meditation, but I'm just playing this deck as the Architect played it at the event they played him. Chill, maybe Tormod Crypt as well. All right, then what don't we want? Swords to Plowshares actually doesn't have text. We were lucky enough to not draw any in the last round, but it just doesn't do anything. Prismatic Strands is weird, but I don't think it's that interesting. We'll cut it. Opposition's actually where we want to be, I think. Take out a single... My creatures don't die, so a Welkin Hawk, and then bring these in. I think we're just going to lose, but we're going to make an attempt to just kill the opponent. All right, we'll be on the play. Bird. Yeah, we're just going to keep on mono birds. These Battle Screeches might not be castable, but we got birds. Oh, let's change the name of this video, huh? There we go. If we keep drawing lands like we have, Battle Screech is perfectly castable. Right, but now that we need to draw the lands, I bet we don't. You know what? That's negative energy. We want positive energy. We're going to draw Plains, Island, into multiple disenchant effects, and then the turn we need to turn the corner, we'll draw the Shared Triumph. That's our plan. Go. Windswept, sure. Do anything? No? Okay. Draw. No land this time, but we got another turn to draw it, so we're okay, right? Attack for 1. Have you heard that bird is the word? All right, here's my Skyshroud Falcon. Land number 2, Argothian. Bird. Bird is the word. Argothian. Show me an Argothian. Because they never don't have it. Draw 3rd Battle Screech. Chat, remember when I tried to will goodness into existence? How foolish I was. Falcon. I guess they don't draw anything for 4 turns. We draw Shared Triumph. That's our new line. New line unlocked. That does not count as them not drawing anything. But they don't find land, it looks like. Ooh, Seaside Haven. Okay. Combat, full send. Hawk. We probably... No, we can't sack a Hawk. We need blue-white for that. So we just gotta, like, raw dog a Battle Screech off the top. Exploration, yeah, that draws you a card. Did you find a land, though? All right, well, at least it's not a Sanctum. Off the top, AO, combat, full send, because these other birds have vigilance, meaning they can be used for Battle Screech purposes. Damage, Screech, white, whatever, white, Screech, another one. 1, 2, 3. Go, opponent. How many birds is this? 8? All right, find it now or die. Those are your options. Opponent, do something. Beat us. If you're playing Enchantress and you drop even a game to birds, you got to reevaluate your Enchantress. That's not true. They mulligan to 5 both games. That's how we actually pick up a game on this deck, is they mulligan to 5 2 games in a row. That's a little unlucky for them. Though to be fair, Enchantress is a deck that bounces back from mulligans quite well. Oh, wow. All right, the Dream's alive. Begin sideboarding. I'm done looking at this submit deck. Yeah, you gotta sell your sanctums at that point. Very true. I mean, it's a nice payday. Quiet spec birds, keep. Who cares if I sided in 5 disenchant effects and can't find them? Keep. Opponent, if you could mulligan to 5 for me one more time. Damn it, they kept a 7. There's no way we win now. Forest into nothing. Argothian incoming. Land, tap, bird, go. Enchantress. There she is. This is beautiful. All right, we want birds in play first. So we'll go island, tippy tappy, falcon, combat, full send, yield. Then next turn, I think it's like quiet spec into like Battle Screech, and deep analysis. Okay, you've got a second Argothian enchantress. It's all coming together for you. You did it. What in the tarnation are those basics? Ugly ones. Adarkar Wastes, combat, full send, tap 2, quiet spec, us, deep, birds, and then you may go. Plains, parallax wave. Yeah, you're drawing cards, bro. You're playing commander over there. Sanctum? Nope, just an elephant grass. Nothing else. I don't believe I'm paying mana to attack here, meaning that I will go 1-2, deep anal me, disenchant, huh? Are there any competitive mill decks in Premodern? Yeah, Storm. Frantic Storm is essentially a mill deck. Land, we just have to go wide. We don't really have a choice. Hawk, how many of these can I flashback? 1, 2, 3. So combat, attack for 1 in the air. Wait, I can't do that. There's an elephant grass. Go to the second main phase, flashback Battle Screech. Go ahead. What do we need here? Shared Triumph, cast it, disenchant the elephant grass. I'm sure they're going to pay for it. Yeah, they pay. We need to hope their hand's like super anemic and bad, which is like a really, really tall order here. That's very unlikely. Yeah, the Dissolutionist, he's just a good player though. That guy's a demon. He's so good. All right, Aura of Silence. Yeah, I don't care about that one. That grass is so tall it stops birds. True. There's the Sanctum. All right, show me one important spell and I'll concede. I just want to move on with my day at this point. You did it, opponent. Congratulations. All right, next round. He also plays Vintage Breach Freeze all the time, so it's kind of his thing. Yeah, that makes sense. Like watching him play Iggy Pop. The dude's like very strong player. All right, next round we're playing against Toplop and we're on the draw. We got a 1-drop, 2-drop, 1-drop birds. We'll just keep this and hope to draw our blue source. But we've got like birds, right? Go birds. Curse Scroll, that beats birds. But I have a lot of birds. Go. I feel like I align very well with Iggy Pop, but I don't really want to shell out for it right now. Yeah, LEDs are expensive. Ooh, is this a big red deck? I love me some big red. It's not good for my birds. Lands, combat, attack, poke, peck even. And then here is another bird. I'd love to draw a blue source, just jam this keeper. If they miss, I just start bouncing their lands every turn. Seems solid. Do you have any opinion on Dragonstorm? Seems cool, but don't know how good it actually is. The deck's like fine. Yeah, 4 of Intuition is not wallet friendly. You're not kidding there. Are you going to port me? I would. I'd port me. I've been ported. Lightning Bolt a bird. That timing didn't even make anything close to sense. All right, land. Let's just make another Hawk. Combat. Attacky wacky. Go. I guess that play kind of plays around like Wasteland. Not Wasteland. That's what they just played. It plays around like a, what do you call it? Port me. Yeah, it's tapped. Draw another banger. Check. Combat. Full send. Go. I just want to draw opposition at this point. Like real bad. Mog Fanatic. Boo you. So this isn't big red. This is one of those stupid Ponza decks. I don't like these builds at all. It's going to be good against my birds, but I think that big red is just a stronger strategy in general. Yep, you've tapped it. Blue source off the top. Easy peasy. Combat. Full send birds. Yep, you've killed a bird. Blockers. Damage. A bird. Go. So here they can spin a scroll, but if they don't have an answer for this keeper, yeah, they need to spin scroll, right? This lets them port, so we just want to draw land. All right, it's gone. There's a pillage. Our hand is full of 4-drops, so we need to draw land or something we can actually cast. And you've tapped me. Land off the top, please. Outstanding. Go to combat. Attack for 1. Pass to you. Pillage for sure, dude. You did it. Pass to me. Untap. Don't forget to port me. You would I think they might die if they forget to port. Yeah, it's tapped. Shared. Triumph. Well, we'll play it. Triumph. I'm going to name Bird, I think. Combat. Full send. Wasteland. Brutal. F6. Continue. Veteran Brawlers. Falcon. All right. Yep, I get it. Very good job. Mono 4-drops me. Tough. All right, what's good against this deck? Chill's phenomenal. No Wing Shards. Prismatic Strands? Is that just creatures? No, prevent all damage of the color source. I think we need Seal and some number of disenchants as well. I think Cop Red's good. Absolute Law is good. Maybe another disenchant. I think Prismatic Strands might be slightly loose. These 6. I think Swords kind of isn't that good, but I'll leave 3 in just to deal with like Grim Lavamancers, right? I'm also fine with the 1 of Prismatic Strands. Keeper is going to be a tall order, I think. We'll cut 1 of those. We'll cut a Battle Screech. I think I'm cutting my Quiet Spec plan. They'd like main board Phyrexian Furnace, I'm pretty sure. And then we'll cut 1 of my worst birds and try this. Yeah, we'll try this. Submit. All right, Big Red. Not Big Red. Way worse deck than Big Red. We'll be on the play. Tight, 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 tight. All right, this will work. We keep land, hawk, chill. Yeah, pitch, done. Calm down, Tuco. Did you just Breaking Bad roll me? All right, fetch for a plains. Tight, 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 tight. Go. Please play nothing. Tough for me. Yield through turn. Untap, draw, land, 1, 2, chill. Another mountain with Stone Cold Nothing. I like it. Draw. Shared Triumph. I will play a Hawk first. Go. Let's go plains off the top. Or you got another Fanatic? Looks like no. Soulcatcher can happen after Shared Triumph. I'm going to name Bird. Combat. All right. Best top deck still plains. All right. Yield through turn. You did it. You've bolted. Oh, yeah. I do want to do that. Yes. I'll take another Hawk. I forgot that that's what that one did. Mountain, sure. Veteran Brawlers, absolutely. My turn, untap, draw plains. Boo. But Shared Triumph number 2, take 4. Yeah, I think we'll play another Triumph on Bird and hope our opponent's deck does not contain the card Anarchy. Wasteland, no non-basics. Stone Rain, that's bad. All right, plains off the top, please. Boom, thank you. Here comes Hawk. Go. If I can make 1 more bird drop, I think we're in a much better spot. Don't Stone Rain me, bro. That looks like a Stone Rain. That's tough. That was the first veteran brawler attack I've ever seen. Me too, I think. All right, no blocks. Off the top. All right, that's tough. We have to start attacking. We just have to hope we find it. Luckily with this island, if they don't have another Stone Rain, that thing can't attack. So we're just going to hang tight. Stone Rain, pillage. Tight, dude. Tight, 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 tight. Yeah, I'll take 4. Draw plains. Cool. Combat. That many. Go. Continue. Off the top. 1 basic plains. Thank you. Thank you. Tap this. Let's play the Suntail. I think I just need bodies in play. And then we won't even attack yet. We're going to hold these back to double block if we need to. This is where they like, no, they can't Earthquake. They would need Starstorm. These birds fly. Sure, dude. All right, we get got. That was mildly migraine inducing, but that's okay. We're playing birds. We can't get too salty. Play league match. Okay. We're back in for round number 4. We're 1-2, but we are on the play with our birds. So let's do some birding. This hand very softly birds. I think we have to mulligan. This hand birds much harder, and I think we're keeping. I think the card we're putting back is Welkin Hawk. Our deck is interested in playing 4-drops. Alternatively, we could just put back plains and plan to Quiet Spec into Battle Screech. I think maybe that's what we do, actually. Put back plains, get greedy. I think our deck is in the business of being a bit greedy. Go. Goblin Lackey, for sure. We draw a Seaside Haven. We will play a Welkin Hawk. And we aren't even going to attack, because I don't want to get a Lackey trigger through a Mog Fanatic or something. Maybe this game we will resolve a Seaside Haven. That would be cool. Phyrexian Tower with a Goblin Lackey. That's interesting. What is this achieving? They can play a Matron right now, I guess. Pile Driver. That's fine. So attacking is bad. My turn. I untap and draw. It's another 2-drop Hawk. Do we Quiet Spec first? I think we might. Quiet Spec me. We'll grab a Battle Screech, a Deep Analysis, and a Prismatic Strands. Or is it slightly better to just grab another Battle Screech, I wonder? We'll grab a Prismatic Strands. I'm going to play it a little too safe, maybe. All right, you go. I guess I could have attacked there if we're going to Strands, but if I don't attack, they might not even make us use it. So we'll see. I really want to draw land. What even is this deck? Thanks for your added value to chat, buddy. It's birds. It's in the title. They're on the battlefield. They're in my hand. Shit, they're in the graveyard, dude. I don't know how to help you. All right, they're fetching. Is this a Goblin Ringleader turn? How much different has this felt from Rebel Opposition? Oh, this is strictly worse. They seem similar on the surface with this having a better kill plan. I think Rebels is just better. You've got a War Chief. Are you going to make me use my thing? All right, yeah, I think we'll use the Prismatic Strands here. And this will, ooh, this is actually interesting. So no response to the trigger. Then we can go to block, and Prismatic Strands, I can just name a color. Yeah, that's how that works. Go to blockers. I think the best thing to kill here is actually going to be the Goblin War Chief. All right, let's activate Strands, naming red. End step, my turn. On tap, ooh, there's a keeper. I guess, no, we can't Did we just make birds? Is that this turn? Is this turn that easy? Because if we deep analysis and miss, we look really dumb. But the upside of deep analysis and hitting is pretty high. Basically, we can't miss land drop because then we can't play our Hawk and flashback Battle Screech. Chat, do we need to be brave? There's 23 lands in our deck. Is it time to be brave, you think? Do we think it's bravery time? I'm kind of feeling like we need to be brave. Flashback? Well, yeah, Brave Bird. For me, I think it's Screech time. Yeah, I get wanting to Screech. But losing the tempo of being able to like develop a land drop and use all of our mana. All right, chat seems to think we're playing it safe, so I'm gonna go with chat. I think we can do a Soulcatcher, flashback birds, and then yield. I've got birds, opponent. What do you think about that? Next turn, we deep analysis into Hawk, get in with some creatures. If they sack a pile driver to make a siege gain commander, we're upset, but that's just the world we're living in. 1, 2, 3, matron. Okay, that's fine. Where's my meddling mage? Mog Fanatic makes a ton of sense here. They might just need to sack it on the Soulcatcher though, right? Yeah, they do exactly that. Okay, your attacks are bad. Oh, we were going for it anyway. Okay, no response. We'll declare blockers. Nah. Take a trade. This is gone. It's my turn. Untap draw. As much as I'd like to play Keeper, I think we do need to try to pull ahead now. So we're going to take a risk and deep analysis ourselves. Risk taken, risk paid off. Soulcatcher. Combat. Get in for 1, 2. No, we'll hold. We'll just get in for 1. They could be on Patriarch's bidding. That fucks us up pretty good, huh? Are you trying to look up Soulcatcher? Yeah, it looks like we're getting biddinged here. Oof. Big oof. Bird? Boy, I've got birds. You've got haste, but my blocks are like incredible. So like Fanatic a Soulcatcher, grow my Soulcatcher. Sharpshooter. So now we need to draw like swords to deal with the Warchief. You like the blue-white toolbox deck? I like to just, well, the first thing we did this stream was secure a 4-1 with the deck. Forgotten Cave is bad in Goblins. Don't play that in your Goblins deck. You would like it if your lands came into play untapped. All right, attackers. Attacking out is surely a mistake. Sure, all right, go to blocks. Blocks, we're gonna block a Lackey with a Welkin Hawk. I think we'll do a, let me see, maybe they want to sacrifice the Mog Fanatic to protect. We're fine with this. We're fine with not this. So we're gonna block here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, just like this. Damage, boom. You wanna sack that Fanatic before this gets out of control, opponent? Yeah, I would. All right, Soulcatcher triggers more, and I will go grab myself another Welkin Hawk. All right, land off the top, please, deck. Thank you. Fetch. We'll go grab a basic. We're basically all white. Grab a plains. 1, 2, Welkin Hawk. 1, 2, 3, Keeper. Combat. Is it just better to hold back still? Yeah, the Soulcatcher is just so good. Yeah, we're just gonna pass. 2 red. Sharpshooter. Yeah, that's bad for us, but this herder right here, or the Soulcatcher here, is gonna have some opinions on a sharpshooter play. All right, that's dead. Trigger the soul. All right, that's dead. Trigger the soul. Yeah, this is the ugliest sharpshooter I've ever seen in my life. Yield to all. Yeah, let me go get one more little buddy from my deck. Yep, that gets hit. 1, 2. Oh, sacrifice. Yep, you can take out my Keeper now. It's dead. I now have a 7/7. What else is in your hand? I wonder. You built me a 7/7 flyer, which is pretty interesting. That is a good follow-up. That is a meaningful follow-up. All right, what do we got? What do we see? King Incinerator. Okay, so I think we're dead now to the Incinerator because they can full send. They play a king. The goblins get bigger. Combat, and they all have haste. Yep. Wait. Yep. Concede. We are big dead. Well played, opponent. The Patriarch's bidding's cool. I'm not convinced it's better than the red-green goblins deck, but I think it's maximum cool. All right, we just draw our absolute law and we're in good shape. Anything else, we're dead. Wing Shards is probably great. Prismatic Strands is probably pretty good. How the fuck are we cutting 8 cards? What did we cut? I don't even know. Opposition probably doesn't help us. Deep analysis probably is not great in this matchup. We don't have time to cast it. Keeper looks miserable. I don't think we can afford to cut anything else, so maybe 1 less Prismatic Strands. Go up a card. Call it good. Draw open on Absolute Law. Profit. All right, this opener contains... All right, chat, here's what I'm going to say. I think Goblins is going to be nearly impossible for us to beat. This hand contains 2 sideboard cards. We have 23 lands. We're a little bit shy of a coin flip to draw the land. But if we draw the land, and if our opponent doesn't lead on Lackey, that's 2 big things we have to clear. But if that happens, we might just win the game. We're taking a big risk here. Hufflepuff says gamble, Todd says believe. I'm believing in the heart of the cards right now. And this is still like pretty bad against a turn 1 Lackey, but if they go like turn 1 Mog Fanatic and we just slam Chill into play and follow it with Absolute Law on any creature, it's game over. We actually just win. It's a very bold gambit. It's not horribly likely to pay off, but neither is the average 6 or 5 card hand in our deck in general, right? Like I believe that drawing land probably comes close to winning us the game. Even if it's another white source, Absolute Law will be good. But if we mulligan to have neither of these cards and try to play a fair game against this deck, the same thing that happened game 1 will happen to us again. There's the Lackey. So now Swords is added to our range. There we go. Adarkar Wastes. Play it. Tap, chill. Hopefully they don't have anything good to cheat in. You're up. Show me a medium goblin, please. Don't show me exactly Siege Gang Commander. Pretty please, opponent. Be nice to me. Ringleader, okay. What do we see? 3 goblins. Ringleader, War Chief, Incinerator, none of which they can cast right now. Draw swords. It's interesting. Incinerator just kills our Falcon. So we're gonna hold and we're gonna swords the goblin Lackey. Reflecting Pool. Okay, they don't have black mana. I don't know if I like Reflecting Pool in this deck. Combat, attack for 3. STP the Lackey, yield through turn. I'll take 2. Please don't have another 1-drop. Thank you. Now we are going to jam Absolute Law. And now when we play a creature, it's fucked for them. Yeah, I like just cycling the Incinerator here. They need to make sure they keep developing their mana, right? What a nice artwork on what? Absolute Law? I think so. I also really like the artwork on Chill. It's kind of iconic. Attack is fine. All right. We're in it. Skyshroud Falcon, go. Oh, the Soulcatcher art? Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's actually such a wild art. All right, what do we got? A War Chief. War Chief's here. That'll undo some of the chill damage that's being dealt. Go to blockers. Just take a block on whatever. Continue. Land off the top is what we need now. Cool. Go. We probably should have brought in Tormod Crypt because of the Patriarch's biddings, huh? Missed a damage. Oh, that thing has vigilance. Sorry, chat. That thing sure does have vigilance, huh? Literally unwatchable. Piss off, Toad 3. Pile Driver. Another War Chief for sure. What does this let you do? You can Pile Driver now? Declare attacks. All right. 1, 2, 3. Wing Shards you. Why did you not play the second bird to have blockers that trade? Oh, I just wanted to convert my Wing Shards. It would be a shame if you drew another Chill now. There's only one on my deck. That's why I kept the opener. I was like, well, both of my good 1-ofs are in my opening hand. And then we go to blocks. No thanks. And we've dealt with another War Chief. Land off the top, please. Not quite. I'll take this. Suntail Hawk, Soulcatcher, Skyshroud Falcon, because they have vigilance. Missing that damage if I lose because of it, I'm going to be so livid. Combat, attack, yield. Next turn, we probably just quiet spec for like 3 copies of Battle Screech and start that game. As good as Absolute Law, Soulcatcher is now a 1/1 flyer for 2. True. Opposite Anarchy or bust. If they Anarchy us, we will kindly pick our cards up and go for the 2/3. There's a Ringleader. Is this a draw 3? It is. Skirk Prospector plus Friends. Attacking doesn't work, which is good for me. All right, there's a land. Combat. Attack with the Vigilant creatures. Damage. Tap for a blue. Tap for a white. Quiet spec. Me. 1 Battle Screech. 2 Battle Screech, 3 Battle Screech. If they Plague on Birds, that just sucks for us. There's not a lot we can do about that. All right, flashback, Battle Screech, 1, 2, 3. Soulcatcher, flashback, Battle Screech. Yeah, if they play Crusade, we're done. If they play Dranlu's Crusade and I lose my protection, we're in trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got them on a clean 2-turn clock. I think that's what we go for. Goblin War Chief, no response. Skirk, something else. Another War Chief? Yeah. Your goblins are actually reduced by 1 finally. You found all of your War Chiefs, and there's a Skirk in hand. There's the Skirk. Dismiss all. I feel pretty good about this game still. Now, they can full send here. I'm taking some damage for sure. Declare attacks. I wonder if I double block a War Chief. Probably do, right? I guess we just draw like Shared Triumph and win. Declare blockers. 1, 2 here. Okay, yield through this turn. Now their goblins just cost what they're supposed to. Draw planes. Okay, let's go to combat. Attack, attack, attack. 1, 2, 3 brings them to 10. Then I'll untap with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 creatures. I don't think they can gain a point of life. So this attack is, you know what? 1 more for safety. Flashback, Battle Screech. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead. CGN Commander's not enough, right? We just Prismatic Strands naming red and then on tap and immediately do it the second they try to fire up a Siege Gang? I guess no. I guess they would have Siege Gang cost the correct amount of mana. So I guess with the Skirk Prospector, nope, it's SCG or bust. Yep. Goblin Matron, no response to that. Ooh, they can just do now they can just do a, whatchamacallit win? Sharpshooter win? That's tough for us. There's the Sharpshooter. I guess we Prismatic Strands in response to the Sharpshooter. Does this actually kill us? Yes, it does. It kills us easily. 1, 2, 3. I think they kill us anyway because we're at exactly 5. And even if we Prismatic Strands one of them, we wind up going where? Where are the rest of our birds? There they are. So we name red. And then in upkeep, they do it again. We respond with Prismatic Strands. And then they have to activate it again by sacking a Skirk Prospector. And yeah, we're dead, but I'm going to make my opponent demonstrate that they know how to do it. Pile Driver resolves. Yes, Magic Laszlo, I'm aware of how the game works. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, buddy. Combat is bad, so they won't do that, I don't think. Untap and kill me. I guess I'll put things on the stack. It's kind of funny. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did attack with an extra creature last turn, thinking, what if I need an extra creature? And technically, if they had 2 less creatures, it would have saved me. Is Chill not making their stuff cost more? They have 2 War Chiefs in play. They drew all 4 War Chiefs this game. All right, yield to all. And then they sack all their creatures. They got us. Well played, opponent. Well played. But that's what I meant when I said, if we didn't have the enchantments, there's no way we could have overcome that. So even though we lost, I'm very happy with the keep and the getting lucky off the land part. Let's try to secure a 2-3 with birds. All right, round 4 against Molar. We're on the draw. Come on, birds. Get us 50 play points. 1 land, 1 drop, Stone Cold nothing. Yeah, I'm mulliganing as well, opponent. 1 land, 2 land, 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, keep, pitch, prismatic. Let's go. I unironically don't know if I can beat Pox, so let's not wish that into existence. Don't get me wrong, this deck is maximum cool, but I don't think it's very good. Draw, land, hawk, go. The land's pretty good here, though I don't have high hopes for this keeper existing for any amount of time. Oh, they must have mulliganed super deep, played factory, and they got nothing? Sure, land, combat, attack you. Bird, go. I think bird's better than quiet spec. I think we're just going to try curving out and just exploit our opponent's mulligan. And like if they miss another land drop, we'll just start bouncing the Mishra's Factory. It's like mean, but it works. Oh, there we go. It's land still, I think. Yield through this turn. They fetch. We're getting an island or a plains? Island. Standstill? Are you sure about that? All right, combat. Full send. Go. I guess if they make all their land drops, it works out, but I think they're going to wind up having to crack this standstill unless they draw land, and decree. Like they missed a land drop. Land, combat. Maybe they missed a land drop. They don't have another 2 factories. Go. Now they have to get lucky and just rip land every turn, which they are successfully doing. Must be nice. All right, Seaside Haven's pretty cool here. Combat, attack with all, go. Every single draw step has been a land. Do I sack one of these? I don't think so. We just let this go. Well, that means they can't, that they're taking their decree turn and pushing it off. So we're still winning this race. So we're going to keep to the status quo. Plains, combat, full send. Every turn, actually, holy shit, opponent. Unless they missed a land drop on purpose, but that would mean, I don't know what that would mean. Land, combat, attack with all, go. Play another land. Every turn. What? Yeah, yield through. Maybe they never find decree and I just win the race anyway. All right, combat, full send, go. If they don't activate, they're going to cast a spell. Meddling Mage, no response. I'll draw 2, 3 even. You've got a mage. Swords to Plowshares for sure. Fetch to 5. Unfo86, thank you for the prime sub, buddy. Appreciate it. Another standstill. Meddling Mage for sure. Wrath of God. Oh, are they playing the toolbox deck? Is it sick? All right, so they can attack. I mean, this is not lethal. Next turn, it's not lethal. They tap down to 1. Okay, on tap. Draw. Land, shared, triumph. Bird. They name swords and Wrath of God. So what? I just jam more creatures, go to combat, attack for 2. No, we attack out, right? Yeah. Hiya. Battle Screech. What do you think about that? Okay, go. You're up. Nice. Okay, I'm not. Maybe that's all they had. All they could do was stand still. Drawing a land every turn was incredible. Honestly, at first I was annoyed, then I started getting impressed. Prismatic Strands, no. Seal of Cleansing, no. Disenchants, they might be playing the deck I was playing. What if I don't sideboard? I guess like a Seal of Cleansing for a Vigilant Flyer, just so I can get it maybe under a standstill or get a Mutavault with it. Ah, yes, no lands, mulligan. 1-drop, Seal, pitch, Adarkar Wastes, yeah. Let's do it. Good luck, opponent. Untap, draw. Another Hawk. Nice. Land, fetch, plains. Hiya, Hawk, go. Love that. Swords on the Hawk is fine. Are we going with a standstill? This time I have to crack it, I fear. Untap, draw, and we'll do it right now. Yeah, right now. I'm just going to play a Seal of Cleansing. Plains, tap 1. Weather Wayfarer, sure. Yeah, you're ahead on lands, so that doesn't matter. Yeah, they're playing the Toolbox deck. I love this deck. Goated deck choice from opponent. Let's go Hawk, go. Blue-white, Disenchant, for sure. Another Wayfarer is fine. Attack for 1 is actually really good here. I think that makes a lot of sense. End step. All right, if this gets countered, we'll move on to game 3, because we're falling behind pretty hard. Battle Screech. All right, we'll move on to the next game. They pulled ahead a little bit too far. The turn 2 standstill was, in fact, good. Anything else changing? Nope, I don't think so. Just submit. Try to get birds into play, try to attack. Opponent's on the draw, so if they cut a Weather Wayfarer, they should be bringing 1 back in, I think. I would like to play first, yes. What do we got here? 2-drop, 2-drop. I mean, we can get Seal of Cleansing into play underneath the standstill, which seems fine. And then go wide. I think that means we keep. All right, Flooded Strand, go. Then we'll nail Seal of Cleansing. Yeah, you fetch, that's fine. Weather Wayfarer, smart, strong. Smart play, strong play. Let's see if we draw a swords. No? Okay. Plains, fetch, island. Let's not let them get ahead with a standstill. They're already ahead with the Weather Wayfarer. Activate Wayfarer. Probably go grab a fetch land so they can keep this motif going. Yeah, Flooded Strand. Very smart. Yo, what we cooking tonight? We are playing some shit. Birds. We're 1-3 right now, but there have been some sweet lines that have popped up with this deck for sure. I think we'll go tap, Hawk, Flooded Strand, pass. Activate Wayfarer. I like it. Wayfarer is so strong. I love the deck our opponent is playing so much. We opened this stream that this video is a part of, if you're watching this on YouTube, with a 4-1 on a similar deck to what our opponent's playing. We put our video out the other day. It might just be the deck that our opponent might be playing the deck we're playing, which is originally from Responsible Joseph. Mishra's Factory and nothing. Okay. So you have to go to discard if you don't do anything. I imagine you just want to like swords my Welkin Hawk or standstill. Yeah, that's fine. End step, my go. Untap, draw. No. Land, fetch for an island. Cast Battle Screech. Flashback, Battle Screech, and go. All right, we've got 5 flying power. We're going to try to play a totally different game now. Okay, they played a land before activating Weather Wayfarer. What do they want to do on 4? Morph or Cataclysm? Wrath of God. Okay, sure. I don't agree with Wrath of God in that deck. We'll go get another Welkin Hawk. Untap, draw. Land, catcher, Welkin Hawk, go. Quiet Spec becomes our best top deck now, I think. 3 mana, we Morphin. Mighty Morphin, Exalted Angels. I wouldn't mind a Triumph either. We can beat Mana Leak now. Have we flooded? Kind of. Oh, cool. Land. 1, 2. Shared Triumph. Got a Lapse. A Null. Wow. Knowing to bring that in is crazy. Falcon. Combat for 1. Looking at top deck swords. Flip the Angel. Or is it a Whipcorder? Worship. Do we have any more Disenchants in our deck? I don't think we do. Let's take a look. View sideboard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we able to remove that Worship at this point? Keeper. We can remove it with Keeper. So we keep playing. Do we double block this morph? That makes me think that it's just a Whipcorder. Clear blockers. Let's see if you got a swords, buddy. 1, 2. Swords this guy? Oh, that's weird. I would have probably swords this guy, I think, and just let me have a 2 mana 1/1 with flying. But maybe that plays fine as well, actually. Untap, take a draw. Flooded, go to combat. We're not going to play this game much longer if we don't start to draw really hot. Like, Battle Screech into opposition would be phenomenal. But they've got double Mishra's Factory. We're on a tight clock. Is that an angel after all? It is. All right, let's see if we can find some goodies, because their hand seems a little bit anemic. I don't hate the Worship out of the board. Worship with 4 factories is like a pretty good combination. STP, I mean, we'll take it. Kaido 2K, thank you for the Prime sub, buddy. Appreciate that. All right, opponent is getting attacked for 2. I have to keep pressure up, I think, right? White Mother of Runes. Yep, that's the combo with Worship, but we still got Keeper. So, like, Quiet Spec would actually pull us out of this. Anything short of that's going to be tricky. Keeper into Battle Screech would go crazy. If they have swords, we're likely dead. Also, I think we're not blocking, so we'll attack for 2. Go ahead. Silver Knight for sure. Get busy. I don't really, yeah, this isn't, their version isn't quite the version I like playing. This version's a little bit more tuned against red, it looks like, with Worship and Silver Knight. I don't think you need to be, though. I think Responsible Joseph's list is strictly better. Having played a list a lot like theirs and the list that I play. A second Keeper doesn't do a lot, does it? I guess it lets us go to blocks and then activate a keeper. I don't know if that's enough. Also, these aren't legendary, are they? They're not. So we're going to chill and we'll see how they handle combat. Because we can like double block with keeper. That'll proc Mother of Runes to take action. All right, activate factory. If we can come out of this turn alive and draw into Battle Screech, I think we still look pretty good. Outside of that, I think we're pretty dead. Attack for 6, I assume. All right, we go to blocks. We're going to go... This Silver Knight, very importantly, has first strike, which we're going to use to our advantage right now. So we'll block Silver Knight, Mishra's Factory, Mishra's Factory. We'll let that factory in. No, we'll let that factory in because they can do some tricks with Mother of Runes that I'm not super interested in. All right, they're going to give that factory protection from white. So we are going to activate this keeper to bounce the factory with pro white. No, we'll bounce this guy. No, we want this guy to kill this keeper, unfortunately. Now I have to think. This combat's so complicated. Let's see. What are our options? If we bounce this factory, then it just goes back to their hand, and nothing happens. I get to keep my Soulcatcher because this Silver Knight kills this keeper, and then we still have a backup keeper. So if we draw like bird, we're okay. So that's what happens if we take inaction and allow this to die. But if this dies to first strike damage, I can't use it. But then this factory just dies because they're giving it pro. No, it doesn't. It just lives. I think because of that, we're supposed to bounce something. Bouncing Silver Knight doesn't achieve a whole lot. In fact, it just kills my Soulcatcher. We can bounce the other factory. They can't replay silver. That's true. But if I bounce the silver, I lose the Soulcatcher, right? And then I'm stone cold dead to these. I think I have to bounce the Mishra's Factory that is being... Nope. I'm not bouncing my own keeper. Bounce. I think I need to bounce the Mishra's Factory that's being unblocked so I take the least amount of damage. I'm sure there's a better way. I don't know what that way is. So let's bounce that one. Reverent Mantra? Oh no. That's a really good one to have here. I did all that thinking and it never mattered. Okay, give it pro white. You know, I think they just did that mantra to look cool. And it did look cool. It worked. But I don't think they even needed to. Like, it does blow us out, but I think it looked like we had some action here that we didn't actually have. Meddling Mage, that's so good. Yeah, it's got to be Battle Screech. They should name Battle Screech with Meddling Mage. They name Wrath of God. Our deck does not contain Wrath of God. Although it's the only thing that beats them, so I agree with it. Shared Triumph, Rats. We lose. It was fun. It was cool. 1-4 with the Bird deck, which is better than the 0-5 I predicted at the beginning of the video. Let's talk about this deck. Not seriously, though. Because this deck it's kind of a meme. Don't get me wrong, in the right queue, like with most things pre-modern, if you're not playing in a super spiky room, this pile actually gets your opponent dead. It's just like it's an aggro flyers deck. Unfortunately, a lot of our opponents were good and knew how to play the game, which was tough for us. But this is cool. This is just a little, I saw the deck and I thought it should be on the channel. I wouldn't bring this to your LobsterCon, but I would bring this to your FNM. It's a pretty cool deck. Any changes? Put Meddling Mages in the deck. I think is pretty good. Unless you're worried about the price of the deck, then just don't do that and you're probably fine. Maybe another opposition would be good too. But at that point, maybe we want a 24th land and that gets tricky. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I'll see you next time.